nice right now, isn't it, Navart? But yeah, and Melbourne should be pretty nice. So great to be with you guys, and looking forward to talking to so many of you today on the call. Just, what I always want to focus on this particular week in February, this is my birthday week. And I've been working with people on my birthday week for, more than 30 years. So it's how I celebrate my birthday, is being of service. And I really love it. It's just so inspiring to work with so many of you and see these amazing changes that, your personal transformation. So I want to point you to my blog that we published yesterday. If you didn't catch it in the newsletter, you can come on over to deborahking.com and read it there. It's so important that I want to bring your attention to the concept of self-love. We're confused, aren't we, by the culture who tell us that, love is Hallmark cards and love is romantic, incredibly romantic all the time, and instead of occasionally, and that love is about someone loving us. And I want to correct that right now and encourage you to think about you loving you, because you can't even get to first base without it. And we're not taught it in school, like so many really important things that we're not taught in school. This is a big one. We are not taught the absolute critical nature of really accepting ourselves. That doesn't mean you aren't trying to be better all the time, that you aren't trying to be a better person or a better friend or a better parent or a better child or a better colleague or better in your career. You're constantly bettering yourself, I know. But at the same time, you must accept yourself for who you are today and love yourself. So my assignment for you today would be to make a little list of everything you like about yourself. Maybe you're fabulous with animals. Maybe you're just so warm-hearted and kind with, your pets and the neighbors' pets and the pets down at the shelter. Make that your number one quality that you admire about yourself. Maybe you're a great, granddaughter or grandson, that you're really good to your grandparent. Put that on, in your top 5. Really pause for a moment and think about what you're really good at. Maybe you've always been good at those things, or maybe you've developed them as time has gone on. You really want to, on a daily basis, be in a state of liking yourself. Not that you won't make mistakes. Truly you will. And the thing to do there is to let them go before you go to sleep at night. So if you go to bed, if you're conscious when you go to bed, you'll know if you're bothered by something. So congratulate yourself right off the bat if you are conscious when you're heading to bed and you go, you know what, I was really rude on that call, or I wish I hadn't said that to him, or that wasn't quite straight what I did. So congratulate yourself on the awareness, and then tell yourself that you'll do better next time. If you need to make amends, you plan it right then. You'll think, well, tomorrow I'll send a little apology email or something if you need to make amends. Sometimes amends aren't appropriate, of course, but resolve it before you go to sleep. You acknowledge, you're aware, you acknowledge what happened, and then you let it go, because otherwise you're going to get all worn out carrying this big load of self criticism around that'll just wear you down. So you must let things go at night. So you want to go to sleep with a clear mind and a clear heart, that you know what the day held, and you've resolved anything you feel you didn't do quite right. And if things were done to you that weren't quite right, you let those go. You just say to yourself and to your guides, that how karma works, and that this was just part of your karma, and you accept what occurred when something happens to you that's not your fault. And then you let that go too. And that way you rest properly. And then the next morning you start fresh. You're a whole new person the next morning. You are, every cell in your body, you know, is changed out every year. So there's hundreds of thousands of cells being changed out every day. So accept yourself as a brand new being when you awake. You're full of, the day is full of promise. You're full of promise. And your first thought is, you know, what can I do today to inspire someone else? What can I do today to help someone else? How can I be of service? How can I be of service? So come check out my blog on some great affirmations that you can do to help you love yourself more. Make up your own. If you don't, you know, if mine don't resonate with you, just make up your own. All right. And this is all in preparation for Valentine's Day, which is coming up, right? And come read the little bit of history that I threw in the blog about where Valentine's Day comes from, and ask yourself where you really stand on it, because the big Valentine that you have is you. So give yourself a Valentine. You know, maybe it'll be a day off, a day in the park. Maybe it'll be a fun lunch with a friend. Maybe it'll be a day at the animal shelter. Whatever really, you know, makes your heart full, that's what you want to do for Valentine's Day. You want to do something that makes you love you. Because once you really love and accept you, whoever you are and however you find yourself, then you have such gifts to give others. You have such incredible gifts once you love you. I know it's a tall order, because our culture sets some ridiculous standards for, especially for women, if I could say so, absurd standards regarding, you know, our appearance. I mean, you know, there's some tough standards out there, aren't they? And you just have to discount a lot of that. And just to segue just a bit here, it's so key that you spend time around people who love you. It's going to be pretty hard for you to love yourself if you're forever talking to your mother or whomever every night and she just does nothing but criticize you. You know, you can't recover from that. You're just going to, you know, get beaten down. So maybe this week in preparation for Valentine's Day, maybe you should X out someone that you're getting negative energy from your life. You know, get a temporary pause on the relationship. You may or may not go back to the relationship. As I always say, you know, you're not married to anyone except the person you're married to, if you should be married, and you're definitely not married to your family. So if something is really causing you anguish or just wearing you down to a nub, nix the relationship. Please just eliminate it. And I do that myself. I really do. If it's not working, life is too short. You must give yourself a platform of self-love if you're really going to change the world and help others, whether it's one animal at a time, one neighbor at a time, one client at a time, or you're speaking to an entire group of people, as I do. Whatever you're meant to do, whatever your dharma, your sacred task is in this lifetime, you must start with the premise of self-acceptance. You must. You absolutely must. So enjoy those hypothetical chocolates, those thoughts that I've given you that are really, you know, so sweet about you, because you are this amazing, marvelous person. You really are. You're the only you. You're so unique. You are so spectacular. And I love you just the way you are. Just the way you are right now. Absolutely. Just the way you are right now. Well, great being with you. And what I always like to do on my birthday week is help people. So let's get started. Let me go see who's here. And we have Christy. I see you right here at the top of the hour. I want so much to talk to you, but can you come back and make yourself camera possible, it'll tell me I can invite you up on screen. I can do a better job for you if you can do that. All right. And I'm going to go to a caller named Betty. So I'm inviting Betty up. And another caller, I'll invite 2 or 3 people up here. Here's someone, Kathleen. Kathleen, come on up. And I'll invite one more. We'll give, because we can get 3 people up here, Celine. Okay, and we'll start with Betty. Hey, Betty.
Hi, how are you?
Great to see you.
Happy
birthday. What city are you? Thank you. What city are you in?
I'm in Newport Richey, Florida.
Another warm, sunny place like where I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, beautiful out today.
How can I help you?
Well, I have been meditating faithfully for over a year now, twice a day, 20 minutes each time.
Did I teach you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you have a well-seated mantra.
And I've done the sutras. I do that every time.
Just to explain to our listeners and our viewers, the Sutras is a program that Betty learned from me called Be a Modern Master that's over at Mind Valley.
Right.
Okay.
And am I supposed to do it twice a day every time I meditate, do the sutras? Because that's what I've been doing.
Absolutely. And again, not a requirement, but if you have the time, by all means, that's the ideal way to do it.
Yeah, I'm retired, so I can do that.
Lucky you.
And my other question is, I still can't sense any guides. And I've been doing distant chelation now.
So you're doing some energy healing. Good.
Yeah. And I still can't sense anything. Can you sense any guides?
I think that if you stop trying, it'll come to you. It feels like you're a little bit trying. And that has a tendency to sort of push the experience away. So if you just quit trying and figure they'll come to you, perhaps in a form you weren't anticipating.
Okay.
So just be open to experiences where you might go, oh my goodness, I realize now that was a guide. And you'll think, I had no idea they could appear in that format or give information along that channel. I didn't expect to get it out of a TV show. I didn't expect this or that. You know, just be open to a variety of ways because guides are pretty creative.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're very open in your higher chakras. Well, you're open, period, but you're really open above the heart. So this should be quite a nice experience for you.
Great.
And I see plenty of guides there, but I'm not going to tell you who they are.
Okay.
I want you to discover them. You're very welcome. Very good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And our next caller is Celine Zarza. Hi, Celine. How can I help you? First off, where are you?
We're in Chino, California.
Okay. And is that a family member with you?
This is my 18-year-old daughter.
How old is she?
She's 18.
18. And what's her name? Oops.
Madeline.
What's her name? Okay. You're breaking up a little bit on me. But tell me why you're calling.
I'm going to put our heads. Okay, can you hear us a little bit better?
I can.
Good. What's been going on with her is she's been harassed online by this young man that she knew in school, and he hasn't stopped, and it's been about 1.5 years. He'll stop and then start up again, and it's causing a lot of anxiety and fear in her. She already deals a lot with depression and anxiety and panic attacks, as I have.
Have you called?
Have
you called this guy's parents?
Yes, actually. We did about 6 months ago.
How did that go, Celine?
My husband spoke to the father. The father said that, he had been unaware and he told him to stop. And he assured us that he would. And it did style. then all of a sudden, I think there was a reconnection through a best friend of hers, which we didn't realize she had contact with this young man. So we're not quite sure what she has to do with all of this. Yeah, and so it's started up again, and every time this happens, it does cause her a lot of anxiety and depression and not sleeping. And
And
we
she's
wanted to know if
very
there's something as far as energetic.
So, and what's her first
Okay.
name again? What's your name?
Madeline.
Madeline, let me just speak directly to you, okay? Is that all right?
Okay. Yes.
So you're very, you have a lot of the air quality, which is a wonderful thing to have. I've got tons of it myself. But we air people, we get more easily disturbed. Your mother here has got a lot of earth. We envy her, but you've got a lot of air, and so you're more easily disturbed by things, and you'll immediately go toward the anxiety kind of a solution. Where an earth person might get depressed or sleep a lot, you're going to be anxious and have trouble sleeping, and it's completely normal for you. It's like your normal fall back to fault position. And so the first thing you want to tell yourself is, this is standard for me. I should learn to meditate, and stay away from caffeinated products. Would not be a super choice for you, like coffee or Coke. Do you indulge in any of that? Yeah, I would,
Mostly coffee.
yeah, I would help her. I know, isn't it fun? I love it too. But it'll make you more anxious. It'll make you more anxious because you're so sensitive. You're so sensitive, and that's such a gift. My goodness, such a gift. I would suggest, Celine, that a call from your husband to the dad again would be helpful. I wouldn't get mad.
Okay.
It sounds like your husband's a pretty controlled guy. It's not an occasion for anger.
Yeah.
And I would start off by explaining that we're so sorry that in some way we might have contributed to a startup of this because of a mutual friend kind of a thing, so that the father doesn't feel defensive. You don't want the
Right.
father of this boy to get angry. You want him to help his son resolve it.
Right.
Madeline, can't you protect yourself online? Isn't there a way you can block him from your Facebook page? I mean, you can block people.
Yeah, but he always finds a way to come back, and yeah.
Has he got a crush
It's
on
hard to
you?
get
Is that
rid of him.
the root of the problem,
Yeah.
you think?
Yes, it's definitely the problem.
Yeah, no, it feels like it doesn't feel dangerous though. Celine, is it dangerous? It just feels like he's inappropriate. He hasn't quite figured out how to treat a girl yet.
That's where my intuition, I've been questioning, because sometimes I feel the danger, but I think it's our anxiety feeding
think
off
so.
of, yeah, I think, yeah,
old
it's just maybe some attention. He's a little bit younger than her. He just turned 18 in
And he's
September.
a senior in high school?
No, actually, he graduated.
He didn't go to junior college or something?
Not that we're aware of. We moved out of the town that we lived in before, so we're not even in the same town anymore. So I really don't know. Yeah.
It doesn't, I can't be definite here, but I'm not picking up a lot of risk, more of an annoyance.
Yeah, he has not. Yeah, he's never threatened anything other than at one point said, he couldn't live without her. Why was he here? He's a soulless person. I might as well just kill myself, or you should tell me to kill myself. It's never been anything other than that. I mean, he's apologized right after that.
Right.
So
he doesn't. I'm not picking up a risk to your daughter, Madeline. I would let your dad again make a gentle, informative, helpful, let's solve this together kind of a thing, without coming on too heavy.
Right.
It doesn't feel like this is a
Right.
matter for the authorities. Is that your position, Celine, you and your husband?
That has been my husband's, and he's usually a very intuitive person, and I have been back and forth. I think I'm just too close and too emotional, and so I really don't know. Yeah, I've gone back and forth, but he has been adamant about, not wanting it to go there and trying to work with the parents.
I think
so,
that's very wise. And Madeline, what year are you in school?
I graduated already.
High school. Are you in junior college?
No.
And what town are you living in?
The same as my mom, Chino,
California.
There a JC pretty close by?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you're very bright, Madeline. It would be great for you to, continue your education. And that'll take your mind off this too. Are you working?
No, I'm still looking for a job, but I'm planning on going to junior college.
Junior college, yeah, you want more education. That really help you get a job. I would really encourage, what month are we? February. I don't know if we lost her, but she can probably still hear me, Madeline. I would really encourage you to go enroll, even if you're a late enrollee. And it'll take your mind off of this. You can be building your skills and feeling good about yourself, just like I was just talking about. Great to talk to both of you, and keep us posted on your progress.
We will. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See who we have here. We have a gal named Kathleen. Can you come back? Camera ready. That would be helpful. And
That smells like onion.
And then Denise, the same thing, or is it Dennis? If you could, I want to see you guys. It's much better if I can see you. And I see so many of you have asked questions without making it possible to come to be videoed. And I see Nancy Neft over here busy answering questions. So Nancy, tell everybody how to do that, because I've got a lot of questions here with no ability to invite the user up on screen. But here, Caroline, let me send you an invitation, as well as Louise. Louise, I'll give you an invite, and then and then Julie. There's 3 people. Let's give you 3 a crack at it here and see what happens. Okay.
Let's go find something to eat.
All I have is lasagna made.
Lasagna sounds really good, you guys. Hi, this is Louise. Hi, Louise. You hear me okay? Hi.
Hi. Yes, I had a question.
Tell me what city you're in first.
I'm in the hills of Pennsylvania with all this snow.
I'm getting feedback from someone. Maybe Caroline needs to, maybe that's coming from you. Nope, it's coming from Louise. Louise, do you have the sound coming from 2 places at once? Nope, it stopped. Okay.
No.
So you're in what state again? What city and state?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's coming from there. That's all right. What is, oops. We'll wait for Louise to come back, and we'll go to Caroline. Hi, Caroline.
Hi.
Hi.
Where
are you? I can.
Right now I'm in St. Peter-Ording, which is in Germany, and I also do live in Germany.
Wonderful.
And I'm so happy that I can talk to you today. And I just also had to smile when you said it's your birthday week, because I didn't know that it's also your birthday, because it's my birthday today. And I really said to my husband,
well,
thank you. It's my, it's just a wonderful birthday gift. So I'm so happy. It didn't work out the past weeks. And I said, maybe today, and so it worked
Well,
out.
here
So
it is.
thank you for having me.
I used to come
Um,
just to reminisce for a minute. I used to come to Germany twice a year.
Oh, and and I was really checking that out, whether you would come,
I haven't
but I
been in a
couldn't,
while. I haven't been in a while.
but is there a certain plan that you would do that again, or?
Probably not. I
Hmm.
haven't. I just sort of burned out. I traveled for many years, and it's pretty hard on you, especially when you're air, like we were just talking about, when you're more the air type, Vata type.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one thing to go somewhere once or twice a year, but I was coming to Germany I was traveling every week, and I was coming to Germany about 3 times a year. I love the Germans. They are wonderful people to work with. Very inspiring.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
tell me how I can help you. Help you
Yes,
celebrate your
well,
birthday
I
here.
have to admit, I really have a couple of questions, but I'm trying. I think maybe some of them are quite for you to be answered quickly. I learned TM a couple of years ago, but it didn't really catch me. And I was wondering, because I really feel attracted to your TM, or to your meditation course. But I heard different comments, like somebody said, yeah, you should do that. Someone said, no, you shouldn't. And I think also, what is your point on that? To just cut it short. What do you feel?
I think you should start fresh and take my course.
Yeah.
I
Thank
would
you.
not say that if you were still doing your TM.
Yeah.
I would not want you to be switching, but it
Yeah.
didn't take. It's a wonderful practice, but it doesn't
Yes.
always take. And so start from scratch now.
Oh, wonderful, because that
Yeah.
was really my feeling, that I feel so attracted to your course. So
Good.
thank you. I will do that.
All right.
And another thing, has just happened, because I saw that you have now a healing sound course or something, because I wished so much for that. And I just saw it on, online, that you start something
Great.
in March. So that's
Yes.
wonderful. So
Yes.
I'm-
We just put it out yesterday.
Oh,
We've been working
well,
on
okay.
it for quite a while, and now all of a sudden we're right there. So yeah.
Another wish come true. So thank you
Yes.
for that.
Wonderful.
I just started with working with the pendulums.
Uh-huh.
Or with a pendulum. Is it normal that every time I use it, that the yes can be a different direction, or once I have a yes, it will always be like that? Do you know
It'll
what
be
I
the
mean?
same
Like,
direction.
okay, then I
Yeah,
just have to.
I have a very nice little pendulum that comes with some directions, and one of the things it'll tell you is how to start your pendulum. One thing is to ask it 10 to 20 questions. Like, my name is Caroline, and then you wait to see what it does. My name is Bob, and then you wait to see what happens, and pretty soon you'll get clear yeses and clear nos, whatever the direction is for you. That's using your pendulum as a divining object,
Okay.
which is secondary to the reason that I use pendulums in my teaching so much. I'm using them to help people locate and discern chakra movement.
All right. Yeah.
And then secondarily, I mentioned here's how to use a pendulum if you're curious about divining, asking it questions.
Yeah, so I'm really thinking of getting really also your pendulum, because now I have another one, but I think it might be more helpful to really have yours with more instructions and so on. Am I allowed to ask 2 more questions, or rather stop?
No,
Because
go right
I
ahead.
don't want to take
Go
too
right
much.
ahead.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering, I also really love guided meditations, and especially yours. And sometimes I know there are different colors, and sorry, I'm really a freshman, so that's why I'm asking maybe these kinds of questions. But sometimes, they use different colors for I think for the brown chakra. Yeah, right. Is there, because I also feel really attracted to your colors, but is there something I can do wrong if I listen to another one who uses different colors, or should I rather stay away from them?
Not at all, but stick with just one set of colors or you'll get confused.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So when they mention indigo blue, I can just imagine it's violet for me, or whatever.
Yes, something like that.
Okay. And then my question is, I have I don't know the English word, I think it's latent thyroid, when it works too much. I think it's hypo in English.
When it's
Hypothyroidism.
running too fast?
Yeah, I have a latent
Hyper.
one.
Hyper.
Okay, hyper. Okay, thank you. And I have that for a couple of years, and it doesn't really seem to change. And
Is it balanced with medication?
no, I'm trying. And
But
also
every
now
time,
with
but
the
are you
children.
seeing what I would say in the US, I would say, are you seeing a board certified endocrinologist, someone who specializes
No.
in the endocrine gland?
No, just my normal doctor, let's say. Yeah.
I would put less weight in it then, because endocrinology, the study of the endocrine glands, is such a specialized field. But you don't, that I'd be disinclined to put much weight on something a more general practitioner said to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what it feels
maybe
like.
see a specialist.
Well, do you
Yeah.
have negative symptoms? Like the rapid heart rate?
Not really. When I read about that and what could happen. No, sometimes I feel a little, that my heart is right. So that's what I feel from time to time, but not that bad. No.
And that would be a common thing you would experience because of your Ayurvedic body type. Now I'm switching into a field I use a lot to evaluate people and help them, called Ayurveda, which is Hindu in origin. It's a wonderful preventative system of medicine. And like the young gal I was just talking to, who had the kind of obsessive guy interested in her, you're the same body type as she is, as well as the same as I am. So you might very well have what you perceive as an irregular heartbeat or a rapid heartbeat, and it could be perfectly normal for you because of your body type.
Okay.
It wouldn't necessarily be an indication of a hyperactive thyroid.
Okay.
Thyroid, even when the range of the thyroid test, even when you're, I'd want to know how far you were out of normal, because even a little bit high or a little bit low, your own body can often deal with that just fine. The medication can be a little bit harsh for someone as sensitive as you are. So if you feel okay, you might want to go with that.
Okay.
As in,
Right.
sometimes, if you look very healthy to me and you feel very healthy. If you don't have some outrageous symptoms, often less medicine is more. Less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel pretty healthy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say I am.
Yeah. You feel balanced. I'm not really picking up anything here that I would be concerned about.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
That's not to say you don't want to, get your normal, evaluations and everything, but.
So you would recommend that I go to a specialist or not?
Well, how out of norm was it, the test?
Well, since it's late, then it was a little low. I think it's kind of always changing. And I went to a natural healer, let's say, and she said that she rather feels that, my thyroid doesn't really want to work at all. It's not, that it's hypo or hyper. It rather feels like, she doesn't, or it doesn't really want to work any longer. So it's like, that's quite interesting. And now I'm taking iodine, iodine and calcium.
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar with it. Who prescribed it?
Who?
Mm-hmm.
A natural healer.
Prescribed iodine?
Well, it's a natural thing. It's like a combination of iodine and calcium.
Right. No,
it's not really a hard med. Rather, it's an additional thing I take.
Right. I would much rather you seek a consult with a high-end endocrinologist than take iodine supplements. Iodine supplements, even the simple over-the-counter kind, well, that's an American expression. Over-the-counter would mean not prescribed. Even that can be problematic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The thyroid I wouldn't want to tinker with it. I wouldn't want to treat it at all unless I had gotten very sound medical advice.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to set it off. You know, it can often roll on its own through all sorts of ups and downs. But if you get an opinion from someone who you trust and who you know is very skilled in this field, and they recommend something to you, and you feel comfortable with it, then do that. If you don't feel comfortable, go get another opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do feel actually quite well with her, I have to admit. So I'm, I'm careful, but it feels quite, but yeah. Okay. So I rather see what I take.
Very interesting questions that you have. No, go ahead. You have one more?
One last question. Do you feel anything regarding my career path?
What do you do now?
Right now, I'm a sales service facilitator. I'm, I was a product manager before, and now I'm assisting salespeople in, doing presentation and strategic work for big customers and so on. And I sit in front of a piece of wood.
Well, you feel very qualified for that. You feel, I'm going to shift and go into a different system now. I'm looking at Caroline now from a chakra, and also I teach characterology. I'm looking at you from that system. You have a real developed third level of your field, which is your intellect, as well as you have significant presentation abilities that you can use spiritually a little bit later when you've developed your spiritual side more through meditating and things of that nature. You're going to be taking what you've learned in business and helping people by talking to groups. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I heard that before. Let's say.
Oh, you have. Interesting.
Yeah, I was working with Chris and Janet Edward, and we had a little. Yeah, so they told me something like.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I see in your aura, as well as in your soul. So it's your life task. Yeah, I would love for you maybe to take a look at my teaching program, because you're really ripe for some teaching.
All right. What are your teaching programs?
If you go to my website, you'll see I have a teaching program called Life Force Energy. I've just started it. Yeah, I'm at level 1 right now. Oh, you are? Oh, excellent.
Yeah. I have just started. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, vault yourself on up to level 4, which opens again. It's closed because it's full, but it opens again in July. You would be just primed for that. Yeah, because you've already got a lot of the tools in your tool basket that will make you a very effective leader. Leader and guide. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful talking with you,
Thank you very much for your time.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And it's Julie. Hi, Julie. What city are you in?
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, great. I'm in Honolulu right now.
All right. Lucky you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine's tomorrow. I see the trees blowing behind you.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
the weather's nice here.
Oh my God, always. Almost always. Well, how can I help you?
I have this idea to start this new venture.
No, hold on, because I'm getting a lot of feedback from you. Let me see if I can figure out why.
Okay.
You only have one source of sound over there, right? It's just what you're hearing in your earbuds?
That's correct.
Coming from your phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you still hear the feedback? I can try and move inside. Okay.
No, I think it's okay. Go ahead.
I'm seeking for guidance in this business venture that I'm about to get started on. And there's a lot of fear around it. There's some challenges I have to overcome.
What
Yeah.
is the business center going to offer in the way of services?
Legal services, but in a very different manner than how law is commonly practiced nowadays.
So tell me what the difference is.
First off, it's not going to be by hourly rate. And I envision something that's more systematic, and it's going to be packaged services for everyday folks.
And are you the one offering the services, or are you employing people to offer them?
I will be doing them.
Are you a lawyer?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm loving this. This feels very innovative.
And I mean, I didn't come up with the system. I'm going to be following somebody's system.
It's okay. It feels like the next way to do it. So, if I sign up with your service, I get a will, and I get, what else will I get? Kind of give me an idea here.
Oh, I'm still working on the exact,
help.
Yeah, the specifics of it.
Help the client buy their home or cancel their lease, or kind of whatever comes up. Is that it?
It would have something to do with estates, and it might have something to do with assisting small businesses.
Small businesses need a lot of help, that's for sure. This feels good to me. When did you graduate from law school?
Over 10 years ago.
So you're already got some traction there. You already got your feet wet.
Yeah, and I see that, there's a lot to be said about changing the way that the business is operated.
Absolutely. Totally.
As you know.
No, I see services offered online occasionally that I find pretty interesting. Like LegalZoom, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So this feels like a fit for you. Feels like you not only have legal ability, but you have some sales ability. So go for it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for you. Keep me posted how it goes.
Yeah, and just like the previous lady who was speaking with you, I forgot her name. I am interested in enrolling in your Life Force Healing Energy
program.
And I'm wondering if this is a good time
Well,
to get started on that.
It's a spectacular time because it's my birthday and it's Valentine's Day. I'm celebrating. I told the company, you've got to put everything on sale. So they did yesterday. So if you go look, you'll see it.
I did notice that, yes.
Maybe one of the good fairies here at the Deborah King Center will put the link in the chat window for me here. Because the timing's excellent. And the skills you'll pick up here will be really valuable.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty easy link. I see it's deborahking.com/Valentine2018. So, well, how nice talking to you, Julie. I can't tell you anything except super positive stuff here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go for it. And hey, when I'm in Hawaii next December, which I will be, I don't know the date, but if you come look at the event page at my website, it's posted. So I think it's the first weekend in December, 1st or 2nd. We're going to be on Maui again. We had so much fun this past December. So, as a Hawaii resident, you get the some special considerations. So come look.
Oh, okay,
It'd
great.
be wonderful to have you at the workshop. Yeah.
Well, I would love
Yeah.
to be in
Yeah, you'd
person.
have a super time. We have a really good time there.
Great.
Great talking to you. Take care. Wasn't that fun? Doesn't she seem so promising? So I'm excited for her. So gang, let's see if we have time for one more caller. Let's see if we've got one here. Somebody that can. Caro from Germany. Let's give Caro a chance here. Hi, Caro. Try to bring you up. And while we're waiting to see if Caro can join me,
It was me.
Here she comes.
But it was me.
Oh, that's you. All right,
Yeah.
Carol, I get it. Okay.
And
well,
happy
great
birthday.
seeing you again.
Happy
Thank you again. All right, let's see who's here. All sorts of people. Just looking for people who are I can click on their invite user on screen link, which I really like. How about Cindy? Maybe Cindy can join me. Cindy spelled with D-I at the end. That's an unusual spelling. And while we're waiting to see if Cindy can come, oh, she's already here.
Yep.
Hi, Cindy. Hi there. What city are you in?
Holland, Connecticut.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, I had a little experience with meditation.
Hold on just a second because I keep getting feedback. Let me see if I can get rid of it. Is it on your end? No, do you hear it?
I can hear it too. I don't think it's me though.
Let me just look around for a second here on the screen. Cindy. Well, now that killed it. All right, go ahead.
I had a little experience during meditation where I kind of came out of it. And
Not quite hearing you. Let me try again and see if I can kill that down.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I had a little experience during meditation.
Okay.
Where I kind of came out of it and was observing, I want to say like a communication between me and someone else. And I went out of it, which is fine. But I got a little freaked out the last time I talked to you because you said I had hooked up with some entity that wasn't me.
Yeah, that must have been then. It isn't now.
Okay. If I just
think we cleared it that day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you did. But I just want to check with you and make sure that
No, you look super grounded, very balanced, very protected. I don't see any holes in your field. So, you know, we all have experiences like that. You just walk on from them.
Oh no, it was fine that I had it, but I just want to make sure I wasn't connecting with the wrong. Okay.
No, you look great. You look great. You're super grounded, by the way. You're the most grounded caller of the day.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, lots of good kapha energy. You lucky person, you.
Oh, I feel really good. I feel a lot better than the last time I talked.
Yeah. No, you look good, and I see the bright fresh air behind you. So, yeah, just take more of that in. I'm so glad you called in, Cindy.
Yep, I just wanted to check with that. Thank you so much.
Take care. Almost out of time, you guys. Just a couple of parting comments here. I'm getting excited about speaking of Life Force Energy Healing Program, I do have a very exclusive level 4 group of people who I spend a lot of time with for a year, helping them become the greatest version of themselves they could possibly be. And then some of them get to come back as level 5s. As a graduate to help with the work. And my level 5s are becoming, I got to say, really stunning. I'm so impressed. They're just amazing work, just amazing. And one of these days I'll be handling the mantle off to one of them. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, that's what happens is I put the road in and then you get on it. And of course you go faster than I ever did. So that's why I never talk about how long it takes to learn anything or do anything, because you will do it much more quickly than me. And that's a good thing. So my level 4 or 5, I have 2 private retreats with them every year. And that our retreat is coming up here in just a couple of weeks. And the first one's going to be in Los Angeles. And then I'm still picking up all that feedback. Let me just see if I still have a caller who's open. It sounds like an open phone line. Well, we'll have to bear with it, I guess. So after I finish the retreat with my level 4s and 5s in a few weeks, I'm going straight down to La Jolla to speak for Mind Valley at their reunion. I suspect it's all sold out, but if you're interested, you can check that out. That is around the last weekend in February. And then if you're looking to meet with me in person, I will be at an expo in April in the Bay Area of California, in San Jose. So I won't say anything further. And I would love to meet with you in person. I'd love to see you soon. And so until next week, take care.